What's going on, guys? I want to take a moment to talk about James Gunn's Superman movie. I know I don't really make reviews or anything like that, but if you know me, you know I'm a Superman fan. I literally have the man, Jim Lee's version of him, 52, on my leg tattooed. I have Supergirl on the other side. I have his glyph from 2006 Superman Returns on the back of my calf. I have the 1978 tattoo of the logo on my finger. It faded a little, but it's there. So I'm a huge Superman fan. And this finally gave me what I wanted. So many times in media, you see a emotionally torn, dark version of this character. He's not Batman. That's what Snyder did. Snyder took Superman's powers and he fucking made him Batman. The one thing I loved about the Snyderverse was the Batman. I thought that Batman, to me, was the best live-action depiction of Batman. We didn't get to dig into him too much, but I believe that's the Batman that should have had a movie, in my opinion. I like the way he fought. I like the way he looked. I like the way the character was. I like the way it was depicted. The tone was for Batman. And that's just my personal opinion. James Gunn gave us Superman. That's what he gave us. The characters, the texture, the feel, the colors, even the golly. He literally says golly in the movie. Golly. He says gosh. Like, these are things that he says in the books. Like, this is who he is. He's cheesy. He's meant to be that way. And that's what I always loved about him. Right? The movie is fantastic. The colors, the texture. And there's people crying, oh, but there's no backstory. Shithead. They literally said that leading up in all the press tours. There's not going to be a backstory. There's not going to be an origin story. You're going right into a world where all these people already exist. So why the fuck would they give you a backstory about something they just told you was already going to exist? Now, what this does for the casual viewer is it gives them, the opportunity to now go, oh, I liked Mr. Terrific. I liked Hawkgirl. I liked Metamorpho. Whatever it was that stood out for you in the movie, now that person is going to go into the source material. They're going to start reading the comics. They're going to start looking at the animated content, right? Justice League Unlimited, the Superman, the cartoon, whatever it may be. Now what it does is it kind of puts you in a position where you are going to consume the other content DC has made or is making. That was the power move. It wasn't about, oh, movies, just watch my movies. No. Now, the viewer who liked these characters in this movie, who didn't get the backstory that people are crying about, will have to go and do the research. That's a smart move, because now they're investing into their comic division. They're investing into their animated division, because people are now going to be interested from the movie. I thought this movie was crazy good. Oh, Superman got beat up for 2 hours. A, no, he didn't. B, when he lost his fights, who did he lose it to? I'm not going to give too much away. But who fucked him up? Ultraman. And if you haven't seen the movie, you'll find out who Ultraman really is. And he really didn't beat his ass like that. But we all know Superman was never meant to be some hand-to-hand combat Shang-Chi fucking... He's never been that character. He's never been a martial artist. He's never been Batman. He's not that. His powers are part of what makes him who he is. He's never been the greatest puncher, the greatest combatant. The minute Batman took away his powers with the kryptonite, he fucked him up. Because Batman is literally a martial artist. He never was. So to expect him to fight someone with the same move set, and for him just to house the dude, it doesn't make any sense. Even Zod kicked his ass in Man of Steel. If you watch it back, he got his ass kicked for a majority of that movie. They're going to say, no, he didn't. Yeah, he did. Feyora whipped that ass all over IHOP. Okay? So, he wasn't invincible like that in that movie. People want to say he was, but he was not. I really liked this movie. This depicted him. They showed his human side. You got to see a little bit of Mom and Pa Kent. I do like that they were both alive in this version of the movie, in this version of Superman, because it does exist in a lot of different, even in an animated series. His parents were alive. I liked seeing that. It was a really, really good movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it. If you're not a Superman fan, don't bother. If you like Man of Steel, I didn't really like it. I powered through it because I wanted Superman content, period. But I never liked his suit. I never liked the tone. I never liked all the changes. I didn't like their version of the Fortress with some spaceship. Too many things were changed. James really pulls every element of this movie comes from Superman lore. If it's not the comics, it's TV, Smallville, right? Which I really did like that he pulled some things from that. Not a lot, but did. I like that he used the source material. Even the suit, the crest, Kingdom Come, with the inverted colors from the regular Superman. And then the outline from the Fleischer suit, right? He had the collar from the 52 suit. Like, everything was an homage to something else in Superman's history. Man of Steel did not do that at all. What it did was it took Superman's history and shitted on it. And said, no, this is better. Because now he's a high-powered alien who's a god, doesn't flinch when anyone comes at him, and no one can defeat him. That's not Superman. That's Zod, okay? So, if you don't like Superman, don't watch the movie. But I think if you are a real comic fan and you are really open to the idea of seeing the animated cartoon on screen and brought to life, and Lois, I can't talk enough about her. Her depiction was perfect. The best Lois Lane we've ever got. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. That is Lois Lane. That is Lois Lane. I can't say anymore. James, you did a great job.